Hello everybody. Very shortly, in a few days' time, we will be going to Florida. So we've had quite a few questions. So we thought we'd do a little mini, before we travel to Florida, vlog series.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good way of putting it, isn't it?
So in this video, we will be covering, as you can probably guess from the title down below, how we chose our hotel, what things you can think about when choosing a hotel, and how we went about booking our advanced dining reservations, what kind of issues we ran into, and were we successful in everyone that we wanted to book.
And most importantly, where are we going?
Yes.
That's a lot of people actually want to know where
we're
dining.
going to eat. So, yeah, where are we going?
Where are we going?
I keep looking, I wouldn't have forgot.
Stay tuned and we will tell you.
So if you are new around here, hello, I'm Natalie and this is Robert and we are Johnson's Adventures. We do lots of travel and days out, so if you're not already, subscribe down below because we've got a whole 3-week video coming your way of Disney World and Universal.
That's very exciting.
It is.
Maybe not for Natalie because she's got to edit it.
So we did do a trip announcement on the back of our Disneyland Paris vlog series, but if you haven't seen that video, we are going to Disney World for 3 weeks. And we're stopping in All-Star Music, which is really exciting because we've never stopped in a All-Star resort before.
No.
We've only ever stopped on site once, and that was our honeymoon, which we stopped at Port Orleans French Quarter. We did explain that A, we can't afford that this time, and B, we didn't really get the value for money of staying at a more expensive resort because we're in and out, bed, gone again. So
we just treat it as a bed. That's just a bed. That's all we use it for, really. So we will talk about why we did decide to book a Disney resort. Still, we've been 2 other times before, and those 2 times we stopped on International Drive. Yeah. A lot of people choose to do it that way. So that brings us nicely into why did we choose All-Star Music, and what goes into our decisions on booking a hotel.
So the first question we ask ourselves is, do we want to stay on-site or off-site? So off-site being a villa, International Drive or anyone else around there. On-site being at Universal, Disney. We've done both. So we've done a villa and we've done International Drive and we've done Disney Hotel.
Well, we've done them all now, haven't we? They're set for Universal. Yeah,
which we're doing this time. So our holiday is broken down this time into 1 week at Universal, stopping at I can never say it. Endless Summer, Dockside. And for the second half of our hotel, for 2 weeks, we're stopping at All-Star Music. So how we came to them is we looked at hotels on International Drive because we knew that we only wanted 2 weeks at Disney. And the hotel at Universal was actually cheaper.
Yeah, it's actually cheaper than an International Drive hotel. We're gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Gobsmacked. So those that remember Wet n Wild, where it used to be, that's where these resorts are. So you've got really great access to International Drive. So if, like us, we like to dine on International Drive, on off-site restaurants, that's another thing you might consider.
Yeah. And also, with staying at Universal Resort, there's a great perk of getting the hour early access into the park. So we'll utilise that. We'll
Hagrid's and Velocicoaster.
Because we'll still be jet lagged. We always wake up like 4 or 5 o'clock on the first few mornings, so we'll be up, ready to go, and we will be there. Which is really exciting.
Oh, another thing, it's really quick and easy to get into the park, so you can walk. They do buses and boats, so that's another benefit of staying on site.
Yes. So that first week we have a car. Car hire has become so expensive.
To give you an idea of how the prices have gone up, in 2019, we went to Las Vegas and Los Angeles. We hired a car for 2 weeks. It was a large car. It cost us £250. This time, for 1 week, it's £325.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
So, again, a big decision. Do you want to be able to get around easily? Then you've got to consider, if you've got a car, you've got to pay for parking. So, when we went to Disney World in 2018, you didn't have to pay for parking if you stopped on an on-site resort. Now they've changed that and you have to pay to park your car on the resort. So
massive expense to add into.
So you're not only paying for car hire, you're also then paying for that. So big advice, top tip probably of the video, if you're stopping on site at either Universal or Disney World, you don't need to hire a car.
No. The reason we are hiring a car is because we want to do Busch Gardens.
Yes.
We are doing Discovery Cove and want to get there early.
Yeah, SeaWorld.
Yeah.
We want to go to the outlets.
Yeah.
But we don't want to rely on Ubers. A lot of people think they're useful, and
yeah,
that might suit you.
We've never done it that way.
No, but we want to, if we're ready to go, we want to be able to go.
Yeah.
And not potentially hiccups with the Uber driver not turning up or these things.
Next 2 weeks, we are, like we say, stopping at a Disney hotel. So the reason we have chosen our Disney hotel, which is All Star Music, is because it was the cheapest.
Yeah, and I think for us, that's the reason.
Yeah.
We just treat it as a bed.
Yeah.
So we know we're not going to spend a lot of time in there.
Yeah.
The reason we stopped is we got some dining credit, roughly $600. So again, that's a benefit. But it is all about being in that Disney bubble and getting to the parks on the Disney transport, and that's a lot of the reasons why we decided on a Disney resort.
Because a lot of the perks, such as booking your fast passes really early and booking dining really early, has gone. So the only thing really is the transport, but it's got to go through it.
You don't get your extra magic time anymore. You only get half an hour on a value resort in the morning. So that could be that we won't make use of that, will we? Oh, okay, maybe we will. I didn't think we really were. We don't tend to be road droppers.
No, we don't, to be fair. No, you're probably right.
10ish and then stay later.
Yeah, so if you have got more of a budget, you might want to stop at a more expensive hotel. If you stop in a deluxe hotel, you get extra magic hour in the evening on certain days.
2 hours,
is it? So if you want to be able to whiz around all the rides dead quick, then that's probably something to factor in.
Yeah, and we watched somebody's Instagram story. The park was empty.
Yeah.
Never before has anyone seen it so empty.
Yeah.
So that could be a really important thing for you.
Yeah, definitely.
If you are deciding to stop on property at Disney Resort, there's a lot of things to talk about. We talked earlier about transport. Now, some resorts are bigger than others, like the All-Star are huge. Pop Century is the biggest one. And some resorts are smaller, like intimate ones like Port Orleans French Quarter. So that's another thing to consider. Not only that, the bigger resorts have more bus stops, but still only have the one bus. So they will stop off at multiple buses. They might be full when they get there already. So if you are at a resort that's just served by buses, you have to consider getting up earlier to get there to the time you want. So that's something that we may struggle with. But if you're at a resort like Caribbean Beach, or if you're at a resort like Yacht and Beach Club, or even a resort like if you are at a resort like Boardwalk has access to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. You can walk. You can get a boat. So consider what your favourite park is. You might want to go to Animal Kingdom all the time and you go stop at AK Lodge. But again, you've got the transport to the parks takes longer. So lots and lots of things to think about. It's all about, I think, we say it to each other quite a lot and say it to other people when trying to consider by how much you're paying, how much is your time worth to you. So if it's really important for you to get an extra hour in the park, and you're willing to pay the money, then do so. If you're not, if you just want the Disney magic and that's enough, and you're not, then pay less. So it's all about
your needs.
Your needs.
For you and your family, obviously. It's different for everybody. Like us, we just went for cheapest because we want to be in the parks as long as we can, have that extra money for things like merch and extra snacks. So, talking about snacks and food, the next bit that we're talking about is all about advanced dining reservations, or ADRs, as you may have heard people talking about them. So a big perk of stopping on Disney property, but it's still there along with the transport, is when you book, you can book 60 days in advance, but if you're staying on Disney property, you then get access to the next 10 days. Where if you're not on Disney property, you have to do 60 days and then you have to book every single day. Whereas if you're doing Disney property, you get access to them 10
straight away on the first day. So that is quite a good perk because you get access before more people, most people.
We have some tips about booking advanced dining reservations.
Yeah.
Because it is a stressful half an hour or an hour of your time, I'm not going to lie.
Probably the most stressful part of booking a Disney World trip.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get easier.
No.
We've probably had the most successful booking this time that we've had of the four times we've been.
Yeah.
But it still isn't easy. We've heard some horror stories.
Yeah. So there is some tips on what you can do to be successful or most successful in your ADRs. So step 1 is check crowd calendars.
Yeah.
They might be a bit outdated now because people are saying that there's no low season Disney anymore, it's always really busy, but it's still a good guide.
Yeah.
So we looked at that, say a Saturday, most of them are rated.
Yeah, they used to go from green to red, don't they?
Yeah, so
amber in the middle.
Yeah, so on a Saturday, if it says avoid Magic Kingdom or Epcot and go to Hollywood Studios, that's what we did.
Yeah.
So we managed to get the days, what we wanted, and locked in our park reservations.
Yeah, that's step 1.
So step 2 was deciding a list of everywhere we wanted to eat.
So we've got a list of we've got a list of must-dos and a list of maybes.
Yeah.
And then that helped us decide. We know we're only there for 14 days, so we can't really dine at more than 14.
Yeah.
We didn't want to dine at a table restaurant every night because it does get costly. There is no dining plan anymore, so it has slimmed our list down.
Yeah. So when we took the days that we're in the park and jotted down next to it a restaurant that was in that park. It hasn't always worked out like that. So some days when we're in Magic Kingdom, because they don't have many table service restaurants, we are jumping over to Epcot if there is availability on the day to get there. That's another thing to factor in. If the park's full at Epcot, we won't be going because you can't
so
lock in the reservation.
I don't think we've got many of that. I think another thing we've thought about is what's the nearest resort to the park. So for example, if we're at Magic Kingdom, we might dine at Contemporary, we might dine at Grand Floridian, we might dine at or if we're at Animal Kingdom, we dine at AK Lodge. If it's Hollywood Studios, you get the drift. So pick a resort that's close to the park. So that's it. So it's either in the park we're at or a resort close by.
We do find that most of our dining reservations we want are in Epcot. I think that's because that's the biggest foodie place.
That's the best place for food.
So that's just what happens.
In our opinion, I think Magic Kingdom's probably the worst for table service.
Definitely. So what we did is decide, we're at Epcot that day, we want to go to Coral Reef. So we made a list of everywhere we want to go on a certain date.
And then that produced us this list, which is like our days and what part we're at and what restaurant. Step 3.
Think about what you class as the hardest to get reservations. So Space 220, Steakhouse 71,
Topolino's Terrace.
Bay, if you are staying at a resort hotel, you want to make at the back of your 10 days.
Or on the days after the 10 days.
Yes, because if you think everyone that's been booked 5 days before, they've had access to the first 5 days of your holiday where you haven't. But on that 10th from what would it be?
Day 10 would be the only one that will have the best availability.
No one has had access to that day. So you want to do that day first with your most difficult reservation and do that from there. So places that are easy to get, so places like Planet Hollywood, which are really easy to get reservations, you want to book in your first 9 days.
Or pop it at the bottom of the list of bookings.
So what we did was
I
Robert had a list, I had a list of most difficult reservations to get, and then we went down the list each.
Actually, I think the top of the list was Storybook Dining. So that's a really important tip. If you're there for longer than 10 days, say you're there for 2 weeks, 14 days, the 4 days that you can book from the 59th day, those are always a good one as well.
They are your golden days
they are
of booking reservations.
Yeah.
The other days, you've really got to think, right, if I don't get that reservation, I need something to replace that.
Yeah.
So
have a backup list of reservations.
Step 4 is booking your reservations. So bookings open at 11 a.m. UK time.
Yeah.
Before the 11 a.m, your date will be there that you can book.
Yeah.
But it will keep saying problem.
Yeah, won't
let you do it. Don't do what I did and wake Robert up at 7 a.m. like, Robert, wake up! They're there! Robert was like, what?
Yeah.
What? Stumbling for the laptop.
Oh.
He was like, why are they there? I was like, I don't know.
Because we thought it was 9 o'clock and she woke me up at 7:30.
Yeah. We weren't 100% sure. It's 11 a.m.
Yeah. So we did work that out.
Yeah.
So there's your 11 a.m. That's probably...
You want to be ready. So we had 2 phones and a laptop.
Yeah.
The more devices you can get that you can work at the same time,
the more
the
people,
better.
if you get your mum, get your dad,
Yeah.
get your granny, get everybody on.
Yeah. Refreshing.
Yeah. More people you get, the better. So we had that benefit. We were both available to book them at the same time.
Yeah. We were sat having breakfast because we'd been away the night before, and a waitress, bless her, she knew not to come over.
We just loaded the breakfast table with notebooks, laptop, all this, and we were like...
We must have looked. I don't know what
Good job the restaurant was quite empty.
Yeah, because she was like, well, I'm avoiding them people till they've done whatever they're doing. So at 11 a.m, you want to refresh. You want to do your hardest reservations first, like we say, and go down your list and tick off. If you haven't got a if there's no time there that you wanted, then obviously book a backup because they will go.
Or probably a tip is move on to the next one.
Yeah.
If you want, because while you're deciding what your backup is, you could be losing time on your next most favourite and then go back and pick a backup.
Yeah.
Luckily, we didn't really have to pick any backups. What we had to do was swap our days around, and we did have to change our park reservations to make sure to get the restaurants that we wanted. Which
you can do if the park reservations are still open. It's a really easy thing to do. So we had to swap. Normally we were Magic Kingdom the first day. We swapped that with Animal Kingdom on the second day, and it just made more sense. Mm-hmm. But also you want to say a time. So me and Robert prefer later dining.
Yeah, between 7 and 9, or even 8 and 10 actually.
Yeah, so we were like, right, any time between 7 and 10, fine, book it. Mm-hmm. It's something you want to consider if you've got kids and you need early dining, that kind of thing. You don't want to be going in later, and you probably want to be, instead of clicking dinner on the reservations, you want to be clicking that specific time. Yeah,
or click lunch, because lunch goes up to 4 or 5 o'clock, doesn't it?
So that is a really good tip. But yeah, we got everything that we wanted.
We're so lucky. We found it so much easier than booking our honeymoon trip.
Yeah.
But then we did have 21 days at Disney to book for that one.
Yeah. One of our best friends did half and for us, and he was there. He was doing it for us because we were both at work.
Oh goodness, yeah.
And then obviously we carried on. But then don't forget on your next few days, so we could book for the first 10 days, don't forget on your next 4 days, you got to log on at 11 a.m. every day and book your next one.
Yeah, and get woken up. Time to book them!
What, 11 a.m?
Won't you guys actually want to know what we wanted and what we got?
Yes.
So on our list, I'll just run down the list of what our must-dos were. Steakhouse 71, did we get it?
Yeah.
Coral Reef, did we get it?
Easy one to get.
Yeah, we just love something about Coral Reef. Some people don't rave about it. It's very retro / dated.
And it was our first Disney meal, I think, when we were there.
Was it?
In our honeymoon.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think that's what's kind of nice
that was. The server was great.
He was.
And you can obviously see into the sea of fish and everything going past.
Okay.
That's the word. We wanted storybook dining. Did we get it?
I was worried about that one, but yes, we did. It's a later reservation. It's about 9:25.
But I was so excited. The year we were there was when that restaurant was being built.
Yeah.
And I've heard amazing things about the food.
It's the only place you can meet the evil queen.
Yes.
So, that's exciting.
Ale and Compass breakfast.
Oh, yeah. I think this is one of the most underrated breakfasts that there is. The food is amazing. Yeah. The atmosphere is amazing. So what it is,
it's a bit like swanky, isn't it? It feels a bit swanky.
So it's $23, but you get a buffet and you get an entree. So like
and drinks.
Yeah, and tea and coffee. So like choosing your own, and the shrimp and grits from there, amazing. The chocolate and cherry waffles from there, amazing. Honestly, it's so underrated for $23.
Yeah.
You struggle to pay that here for something like that. So
yeah, they don't accept dollars here, so that's probably why we struggle. Such a joker. So that's actually what resort's that at Jackson Beach Club, isn't it? Another one that was on a must do was Chef Art Smith's Homecoming.
Again, I was
Disney
worried about this one.
So this is meant to have the best chicken. So I've been told. Natalie's watching Tim Tracker all the time. And we've got to go there. We get it.
Yeah.
We did. We did have, believe it or not, Crystal Palace on the list, but we didn't book that because character dining hasn't come back at that restaurant.
I think literally the week we get back from our holiday, it's back to character dining.
Yeah.
But
So
the whole
that's why
reason
that's
we
off the
wanted
list.
to go was character dining.
Character dining, because it's that normally the first day we go, we dine then. We've on here Wine Bar George. Now we've booked a table for that and hoping we just want to just go for drinks.
I hope so, because it's after homecoming, so
we
you expect us to eat again.
Yeah.
We've got another thing coming.
We can try. Then we also had Garden Grill. Now this probably was the hardest one to get.
Apart from Topolino's Terrace. It wasn't... They're not the hardest ones to get, so we had a bit of a problem with the app, and we actually had to ring, and the lady was like, "Oh, them dates are blocked." I was like, "What do you mean them dates are blocked?"
Yeah.
She was like, "Because it was the start of a new month, so this was going into October." She was like, "You need to wait a few more days." Don't know whether that's true.
I don't think it was. It turns out, because once we chatted to them as well, it says the app had an issue and no one could book anything.
Yeah.
So Garden Grill probably was the most challenging because they seem to only have one time, 11:45 every day.
So we must not do dinner.
But did we get it?
We did.
Yes. We've got to go to there. Oh yeah, but it's a different menu, isn't it? It's not it's not your traditional sort of country style turkey feast. There's a 50th special.
Yeah.
So that's exciting, a new menu. Space 220. We were very lucky with this one. So we don't know if it's easy or hard to book. We're actually meeting up with the Mediocre Travel Blog, Ellie and Richard. They had already got the dine-in and they just changed it to 4. So
all I kept getting through our group chat and the messages was like, "Oh, we've changed it to 4." I was like, "What's Robert been doing?" I was like, "I didn't been cheeky and asked," but
so we were very lucky with that one. Very lucky with that one.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We also have on here California Grill,
our
most favourite restaurant in Disney property.
Yeah.
It's got so many special memories.
Yeah.
And we've got that on our last night. Cannot wait to dine there. It's just magical. Yeah. When we did get it. Yeah. We've got here on Sonar. We love Sonar, that bread service, and then we always have butter chicken, paneer.
I don't think you will be this time.
Why?
Menu's changed.
Right, we're not going there then.
So let me butter chicken, but you can't have paneer.
Oh well, butter chicken was so good. And then lastly on our must-dos was Topolino's Terrace. We've heard so much good stuff breakfast. Apparently you get steak for breakfast, and breakfast just looks incredible. And you get to meet characters in their artist outfits, aren't they? They've been painting. And the restaurant, there's outside seating, there's a bar outside. It's the only place you can see all 4 box. Yeah. So that's going to be quite exciting. And then we had a few maybes. We didn't mention Planet Hollywood was a must-do. I just love Guy Fieri's burgers. They're just brilliant.
I go because you like it.
Yeah. On our maybes was Tepanido. We chose not to dine there. We enjoyed it when we've been before, but I don't think it's for us.
It's the group sitting.
Yeah. Boathouse. Now we have actually got a reservation for this. We are umming and ahhing whether we're going to go because it's a costly one.
It's a big chunk of money, and there's a lot of places in Disney Springs that we want to eat that we're not going to fit
quick service ones like
Blaze
and
Chicken Guy.
Chicken Guy.
So we're thinking we'll just pay the $20 for that instead of probably the $80 at Boathouse would be. And in all honesty, the only reason I want to go to Boathouse is to have a cocktail with a little duck in it. So
can't we just go for that?
Maybe.
Cocktail with a little duck in. We can get that from our restaurant down the road. We've also got on here on our maybes was Trattoria Al Forno breakfast. We didn't book that. because we want to try some of the new places for breakfast, and we prefer.
I'm a little bit sad we didn't go out, but
oh, okay, because it's your two favourite princesses, isn't it? Ariel and Rapunzel. Okay, so we might end up booking that when we're there.
Oh well.
50s Primetime Cafe. We decided against that. Don't know. We're probably a bit scared of being told off for not eating our dinner or putting our elbows on the table. House of Blues, we haven't booked a table for food. We're just going to go and grab some drinks because we've never been, and it just it sounds exciting. Sci-Fi and Dine was on there. We decided against that. Tiffin's, expensive. We decided against that. Tony's, we dined there once. We liked it. It's like where you can sit outside and look down Main Street. But that
You're
was
not
the
guaranteed that seat.
Yeah, so we didn't book that.
No.
And Beer Garden. So this is a restaurant in Germany Pavilion, and there's a umpire band on all the time while you're dining there. And it's a buffet restaurant. I think buffet, isn't it? Or table service.
Don't think it.
We saw that on somebody's vlog. It looked really exciting. But
I think it was Kershaw's Adventures.
yes, it was, but we didn't book it. So.
But they were all the maybes, so if we hadn't got anything that we wanted, we would have had them instead. There is one more that we booked but we didn't have on our list, but we weren't actually going to go to because Robert was a bit... But I really enjoyed it, and that's Yak and Yeti. And then one day Robert was like, oh, I really want to go back because I want to have this. Well, I can't remember what it is you wanted.
The mango pie.
Okay.
It's all about the mango pie.
So we've booked to go there again, so...
Yeah, so that was one that wasn't on either list, but we got that. So we are very, very excited about... We're really happy with the dining reservations we've got.
Our second video that we're going to be filming is about stopping at Universal and our off-site dining. So places like Tony Roma's and places that we have to go to when we're not in Disney. So we get best of both. So stick around for that video coming shortly.
Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have maybe got some tips and hope it's really useful for you when you are booking your advanced dining reservations. As we said, it can be the most stressful, but if you're planning and if you are organised, you do seem to be more successful, and we did seem to have our most successful this time.
Yeah, but even if you could be planned up to the nines, like we know a few people that have been like that and still not got it, it all depends. You can't guarantee anything.
No, you can't. Unfortunately not. Thank you very much for watching.
And we'll see you again shortly with the next one.
Bye.